Hello everyone, I am Anuhya Korrapati and today I'll be presenting the paper Advertising Menopause, Products and Pills along with co-author Siris Sinchana. I am a JRF doctoral scholar and founder of Beyond Blood. Siris Sinchana is an independent researcher who is also the team lead for menstruation and media at Beyond Blood. Beyond Blood is a not-for-profit organization that particularly focuses on menstrual mental health with a flagship PMDD patient advocacy program. Now, back to the paper, Advertising Menopause in India, Products and Pills. In this paper, we attempt to explore the dominant social discourse of menopause, constructed by taboo, lack of knowledge, and the perception of reproductive labor by analyzing two advertisements. The first one, Let's Talk Menopause by Free Lady Regan, and second, Let's Stand By Her by Intas. While Free Lady Regan advertises itself as first of its kind nutraceutical supplement for menopausal women, Intas advertises estradiol, which is an estrogen steroid hormone. Here, we use a qualitative thematic analysis and descriptive analytical and thematic codes to compare various visual, oral and textual elements of each advertisement. Before we discuss the comparison of the advertisements, let's watch them.
अच्छा तो लगता होगा तुम्हें, वरना हर सुबह कोई सबके दिन की तैयारी यूं ही थोड़ी ना शुरू कर देता है।
Honey, get up, beta.
I'm just about to leave. Yeah, I'll leave in 5 minutes. By what time? Okay.
Tolia, breakfast is ready. मेरा थर्मस दे।
खाना कोई कम खा ले तो तुम्हारा पेट जरा कम भरता होगा।
नाश्ता तो करके जाओ, ऑमलेट बोला था तुम्हें धीरज।
कोई तो खुशी मिलती होगी इस रोज के काम को फिर उसी तरह दोहराते हुए। शायद दूसरों की खुशी तुम्हारी खुशी है, लेकिन फिर तुम्हारी परेशानियां उनकी भी तो हैं।
क्यों?
किसने पूछा?
काम है आपका?
तेरे को तो बुलाया नहीं तो पता नहीं बोल क्या रहा है। अरे इसकी बात मत सुनो।
आप मिलो ना रोशनी से। Mandwa is a horrible place.
पापा, it's a really good place. दाल दे, मैं सही बोल रही हूँ।
हम लोग बात सुनना ही मत। हम लोग जाएंगे।
अरे दाल देगा कोई? मेरा मेनोपॉज शुरू हो गया है। जस्ट सिट डाउन। दिन भर चिड़चिड़ापन लगा रहता है और गुस्सा आता है और थकी रहती हूँ। तुम लोगों की एक एक चीज का ख्याल रहता है मुझे। किसको ऑमलेट खाना है, किसको कब क्या खाना है, अपने बारे में सोचने का कभी समय ही नहीं मिला मुझे, सोचा ही नहीं कभी। सोचा तुम लोग मेरा परिवार हो, इसलिए बता दूं तुम्हें कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है।
आई एम सॉरी रमा, तुम हमारे लिए इतना कुछ करती हो, लेकिन हम लोग तुम्हारी परेशानियां समझ ही नहीं पाए।
मेनोपॉज कोई बीमारी नहीं है, लेकिन सही ध्यान ना रखने पर ये कई बीमारियों को जन्म दे सकती है। इसलिए इसके बारे में खुलकर बात करें और मेनोपॉज की सही जानकारी पाएं, क्योंकि कुछ बातें बोलने पर ही समझ आती है। So let's talk menopause.
Free Lady Regain, a nutraceutical supplement for women in menopause. For more information, click on the link below.
ईशान, ईशान चलो उठो, कल एग्जाम है ना।
बस 10 मिनट और।
ठीक है, उठ जाना फिर। दिव्या, दिव्या, जिम के लिए लेट हो जाओगी, तैयार हो जाओ। अरे कोई बात नहीं माँ, ये तो सब चलता रहता है। हाँ, आई प्रॉमिस माँ, इस बार आपकी साड़ी मैं लेके ही आऊंगी। अरे बोला ना मैंने कि लेके आऊंगी, पिछली बार भूल गई थी, जानती हूँ मैं, नहीं याद रहता आजकल मुझे कुछ। आई एम सॉरी, ओके।
नंदिनी, क्या बात है?
पता नहीं, आज फिर से नींद नहीं आ रही है।
थोड़ी और कोशिश करो प्लीज। मुझे कल सुबह जल्दी उठना है।
मुझसे जल्दी तो नहीं उठना है ना। दिव्या, फोन रख दो। बोला है ना डाइनिंग टेबल पे फोन नहीं चाहिए, समझ में नहीं आता क्या?
मॉम रिलैक्स।
तुम चुप रहो। एक तो खाना ठंडा होने के बाद आते हो और फिर कंप्लेन करते हो। मुझे और कोई काम नहीं है क्या?
क्या तुम भी बात बात पे गुस्सा हो जाती हो? बहुत भूख लगी है, चलो आ जाओ सब।
मॉम का
वो आ जाएगी, शुरू करते हैं। चलो तो शुरू करते हैं।
चलो शुरू करो।
नंदिनी, क्या है ये?
क्या हुआ? अजीब लगा? मुझे भी लगता है, और दुख होता है कि इस खाने की तरह आप लोगों को आजकल मेरी परेशानी भी नजर नहीं आती। मेरा मेनोपॉज शुरू हो गया है। सुबह से लेके शाम तक मेरी बस यही कोशिश होती है कि कहीं कोई लेट ना हो जाए, कोई भूखा ना रहे, आप लोगों की सारी जरूरतें पूरी हो और आप खुश रहे बस। लेकिन एज अ फैमिली काश आप लोग भी ये देख पाते कि मुझ पे क्या बीत रही है।
तुम इतना कुछ हमारे लिए करती हो और हमने ही तुम्हें नजरअंदाज कर दिया। वी आर सॉरी नंदिनी।
वी आर सॉरी मॉम।
मेनोपॉज एक ऐसा दौर जो हर औरत की जिंदगी में आता है। ये कोई बीमारी नहीं है, लेकिन परिवार के हर सदस्य को इससे जुड़ी सही जानकारी होना जरूरी है। इसे नजरअंदाज ना करें। इफ इट्स मेनोपॉज, लेट्स स्टैंड बाय हर।
Now that you've watched both the videos, I'm sure you can find many similarities between these advertisements. Let's begin the discussion by addressing the visual elements of the advertisement. The visual element under assessment includes setting, set design, camera work, actors' appearance, indicators of social class, and activities on display. The advertisement is primarily set at home. The set design of home is indicative of a middle class or an upper middle class family with the classic poster nuclear family of four: wife, husband, daughter, and son. The camera angles are mostly eye level, shot to encourage the audience to view as bystanders, grounding the subject of the advertisement in the familiar and the everyday. Long shots were used when they were shown to isolate the experiences of menopause. All the actors were fair and thin, conventionally pretty and able-bodied. While the older men were shown to have graying hair, no signs of aging were shown on the women. Even though the primary target audience of the advertisement were menopausal women who are definitely aging. Interestingly enough, both the women in the advertisement announce the arrival of menopause at the dining table, which can be argued as a place of domestic power for women who did the invisible household work. Visual metaphors that intend to show menopause are strikingly similar. 1. The blaring alarm clock. 2. Splashing water on the face and staring at the mirror. 3. Losing temper. 4. The moment of peace when no one is at home. When we talk about losing temper in both the advertisement at multiple instances, the menopausal women lost their temper again only at dining table, which is once again a place of domestic power. For oral elements, diegetic sounds like dialogues have been examined. Furthermore, forms of non-verbal communication were also scrutinized. Despite Hindi being primary language of advertisement, English phrases were used throughout the ads. In fact, in both the ads, there is a clear presence of godlike narrative voice, which is a benevolent, gentle voice that narrates the inner monologue of these menopausal women. In fact, the godlike narration overtakes the presence in the ads as opposed to the dialogues between the characters. In both the advertisements, once again, there's a striking similarity when the women announce their menopause at the dining table. Both of them use strikingly similar vocabulary and dialogues to express the distressing symptoms of menopause and the lack of empathy from their family members. Both the men in the videos apologize after the women declared their menopause. And the audience are not sure as to why they're apologizing. This apology is a very interesting aspect of these advertisements, which we'll discuss later. Now, speaking of non-verbal communication, on the other hand, you notice that the women seem to be distant from the family members and almost invisible, blended in the background, while the entire family is present in the foreground. This was clearly depicted in both the advertisements, where the women were left out of conversations at the dining table. In both the ads, the daughter is the first one to reach out and provide physical comfort to the mother once she declares the menopause, which is why the daughter is also placed in close proximity to the mother. Textual elements like tagline and other copy on screen have also been assessed along with VFX techniques. They use simple copy, conveying everyday terms in Hindi. However, nearly all the copy on the screen is English and uses only VFX for advertising the product at the end. Both of the advertisements have a tagline or a hashtag, "Let's talk menopause" and "Let's stand by her." Both of these taglines and hashtag portray a sense of collective action. They want the audience to take action, collective action that will eventually be used to sell the product itself. Finally, the aspirations set by the advertisements were also identified. Consumer aspirations set by the advertisement clearly states the divide in who uses the product versus who the product was advertised to. This is where the apology from men comes into the picture. By piggybacking on invisible unpaid household labor and emotions one may experience irrespective, the advertisement invokes many layers of subliminal patriarchal messaging. These advertisements have aided in creating fears of domestic inefficiency and have pushed the narrative of ever-caring, selfless women who need to be rescued by her family from the woes of menopause. Like I mentioned before, the products therefore were indirectly advertised to the husband or the children who need to take care of the mother, taking the agency of choice in health decisions away from the menopausal women. At a glance, it looks like the advertisement's primary target audience were menopausal women. However, after in-depth analysis, we understand that the primary target audience were the husbands or the family who would then make these healthcare decisions for the menopausal women.